Welcome back, everyone. This is Death by Cannon playing MC Eternal. This is episode 7. As you can see in the background, I have been working on our base a little bit. I've added a second story, and I've got some scaffolding up there and have started on the roof line. But I was thinking, while I am working on the roof, let's get started on another mod that's also going to be building. I've been collecting a lot of resources, chopping down the forest in the backyard back there over and over again after it grows. And so I've collected a lot of wood and vein mined some cobble. And the next mod I want to get into, it's on our quest line. Let's see here. It's called Mayor Position Available, and this goes for mine colonies. So let's see what it says here. After our last mayor vanished due to some unknown circumstances, we lack the leadership and independence to rule ourselves, and we love to be told what to do. So please become our mayor. Text us back when you get this. Hugs, your future citizens. Or our X's, kisses, and O's are the hugs. I do not remember. So this is a really great mod, Minecolonies. And the first thing we're going to need is a building tool. And we've got the stuff for that. And the next thing you need is you can pick one of these, the naval village or the landlocked village. And we are a landlocked village, so we will need one of these, which will be a bunch of chests in a row. So I already have the chests made, and we'll take these like this. And we have our supply camp. Now this is really great. If you don't like to build, but you still want your okay, we're also going to need probably about a stack of dirt, and let's go ahead and take a bucket of water. This is a really great mod. Minecolonies is if you don't like to build, or if you find yourself in a large flat area but you do not have any village nearby, you don't have access to a bed, if you can get just this builder's wand and your supply, or just this not builder's wand but building tool and your supply camp done, you can have yourself a bed. Oh, wrong button. You can have yourself a bed really quickly and a place to stay that will help you get your base built, or you can just go with what the mine colony itself builds. Spread out. You need the area to be free of grass and weeds. And you need it to be flat and even. So for me, it doesn't really matter where I'm going to put my base, my supply camp, because I usually end up tearing it all down anyways. I don't tend to keep the supply camp around afterwards. I use it exactly for what it says and steal supplies from it, and then take it all down. Use it to build the rest of the village with. So if you have your supply camp in your hand, you can use your building tool and right click it, and it will show you, escape out of it so that you can see, it'll show you where your camp is going to sit and how it looks. Now you can see we are too far in the air right now. So if we click this, you can use the minus sign to put it down. And now it is against the ground, and we can come over here and we can see, like, is any part of this hanging over? Yes, we need some dirt filled in here. We need some areas filled in here. So you can see the areas that are going to need to be filled in. Okay, so once you get your area all filled in, you can simply right click again. You can also rotate this, or, you know, move over a block, rotate it around. And position it where you want to, and then you fill in your area. Once it's all filled in, you just hit this little check mark, and it's supposed to build your camp. It can be a little tricky getting this first one down, but the ones after this are much, much easier. They don't have to be leveled or anything. Okay, so I was a little bit off on this. You don't use the building wand or the builder's tool for the base camp. You're going to want to actually use the base camp itself. So we're going to put it down. You can use it like the builder's wand. You can escape and you can check to see that you have it in the right area. And then check your edges. Make sure that, you know, none of it is hanging over, that everything is flat. There's no blocks or even grass. You can't even have grass or seeds or any of that stuff. We're over one. I think we're a little rotated from what we were before with the builder's wand. Let's sleep real quick because I do not want to be drug into the midnight while we're out here. So let's get our base camp back in our hand. We're going to right click and we are going to rotate it, push it back. I think this is how it was. Now we should be able to just right click again and then hit the check mark for OK to build it. Placing a supply camp requires flat ground of at least 16 with 17 without grass or flowers on them. These blocks must be solid. So are we off a little bit? Yeah, I have more than enough room. So let's try again. Like I said, initially getting it down can be a little bit tricky. Okay, we are completely covered in this one. And we have room to spare. Okay, we should be good. Let's see what happens. Well, we'll just keep trying. There we go. I just rotated a different direction. It was literally just backwards from where it was before. But there we go. We've got our supply camp. We have our town hall. And we have another builder's tool. And getting our town hall gave us another advancement, probably. Yes, right here. Let's build ourselves a crafting table. And the next thing we want to do is we want to get a builder because we don't want to build all this stuff. So we are going to do at Minecolonies. Oops. At Minecolonies. Oh, I cannot ever type. And we want the builder, fisherman. Minecolonies is a little grindy when you first start. But once you get it set up and established, it works really well for automation. I first played Minecolonies in Simple Life 2, I believe. It's really a lot of fun. They've added a lot to it since then. I also played it in Realistic Colonies, which is a great mod for if you really enjoy Minecolonies and don't want a ton of extra stuff. That's a really fantastic mod, Realistic Colonies. Or mod pack, excuse me. So these are the first two buildings you are going to build. And you need to have your builder's hut first. You have to place down your town hall, but you need to also place down your builder's hut, or he cannot build any. He won't be able to have a job until, and you won't have a builder until the hut is placed down. So let's, like I said, I don't keep any of this. And we might use this as a place to put our builder's hut or our town hall. So I'm going to actually remove my base camp and pillage all the stuff in it. If I were just starting out, I'd probably, and I didn't have my own base built and planned on living in the colony myself, I would stay here until at least, you know, the bed was in town hall. So I had a place as mayor to live. But since I already have a place, we don't need the base camp. So I'm going to tear that down and I will be right back. So I pretty much destroyed the base camp. It's pretty much gone, and you can see underneath the wagon there were 3 blocks of gold and 1 block of coal. So like I said, this is a really great if you're just starting out, you don't have a village nearby, you need a bed quickly. If you can get a place leveled out quickly and get your camp set down, then you're all set to get started, which makes it for a really nice startup. And these are everything I've gotten from tearing this down. I'm now gonna figure out where I want to place my builder's hut and my town hall. We don't want it too close to an existing village, which I have one right over there, so I'm gonna keep mine to this side, and I don't want it real close to my base either. I'm probably going to put I do want the builder's hut a little closer because there's a lot of running back and forth, and like I said, it's a little grindy when you first get started because you need to supply him with everything that he needs. But I'm probably going to put my town hall somewhere over, maybe on that hill over there. So let's go take a look. Okay, so I think I'm going to make my town hall here on this little hill. I think that's far enough away from my building. And so we're just going to take our building tool and right click. And we'll escape and back up so we can see what's going on. And we want to tell it we're not making a supply camp. We are making town hall. So this one here tells you, directs what building you are doing, and this is the material that you are doing it in. And I'm going to do oak because that's what I have. Cute. And I like the medieval oak. Let's push this back here. And I like to look at my things at level 5 because this is how big this building is going to be when it is completely finished, and you don't want to set it down and then not have room for it. So that is what medieval oak would look like. Look and see the other materials at level 5, and maybe we would like something better. Medieval spruce has always been one of my favorites. Oh, and I have a couple of those pink trees there are actually spruce wood. Yeah, medieval spruce is my favorite. Oak alternative, that could be nice. It will be a lot darker with our wood because our textures. I don't think it's showing our texture, which is this. So that would be darker, so that would be pretty. Maybe that's something we will do. Nordic. Oh, Nordic is very cool. And it goes really nice with the style of house I'm doing. Sandstone. Sandstone's a little more desert-like. And then Space War is funny. They've really added a lot to these since I have played this last. Stone. Oh, the stone is very cute too. Wooden. A lot of clay tiles on that roof. Arcadia. Birch is very modern if you like the more modern look. Dark oak. Very cute. It's like a little tree house. Dwarven. Cool. Very cool. Jungle. Medieval birch. I think I am going to go with the medieval oak alternative, and I'm going to scooch this way a little bit. Yeah, so it comes almost directly in front of me, and that should put it far enough in front of my house that I can have like for building a road and stuff. And let's see if I have it down far enough. I think we want it down one more, because I want that block in the ground. Yes. And another thing I want to do is make sure, oh, we'll do that after we. Okay, so let's come out here, and I have it positioned where I want it when this building reaches level 5. That's not how we're going to build it. It needs to be at level 1. So this is what your little starter building is going to look like. And where will my front door be? So the front door starts at this angle. Let me double check that I have it where I want it, again at level 5. Or is this a side door? Let's go look over here. Yeah, we do still have an entrance here. You know what? I kind of like this entrance, this bigger entrance facing my house at level 5. So we won't have an entrance there at first. Yeah, I think I like this bigger door facing my house to do a road with, and the little church-like door over there on that side. So when it adds a smaller building, we're just going to have to put up with it like this. We can see the other layout as it changes. You can view it through its different changes just by clicking this, but you definitely want to view what it's going to be at level 5 and make sure you have enough room for it and that you have it facing the direction you are going to want it facing in the end so that you don't have to redo everything. So once you have it where you want it, you click the check mark button, and that will place your town hall. Once this right here is done, once this little pedestal is placed, you will start getting villagers in your town. But before it can be built, you need to have the builder's hut done. Oh, did you see that? It says, welcome to, the first one was, welcome to Minecolonies. Now that you have your supplies, how about searching a nice location to place your town hall to create your colony, though far away from a village if possible. The next one says, word is out about a new colony. Soon the first settlers will join your newly founded colony. If there is enough space around the town hall, experienced magistrates can turn off these helpful messages in the town hall block. Said your first settler arrived at your colony. You should place a builder's hut to start your settlement. And as you can see over there wandering around is our first colonist. So before you can start building your town hall, you're going to need to build your builder's hut. And you just do that the same way. You right click and then position it where you want it to be. Find the front of the building here. And then again, make sure you're looking at it at its highest level to make sure that it's where you want it to be when it's completely finished. And that works. And I did change the town hall over there to the Nordic town hall, as I think it just matches the building I have done already. That's my base. So now we will put this back to level 1 and tell him to build. Or place it, I guess. We have to go in here to tell him to build. We do build options, and you just right click on this to get into it. So build options, build building. And then you get build request created. And off to work he goes. He usually asks for stuff like shovels, but I think he had started to work on it and I changed my mind about what I was building, so I stopped him and I'm making him start over. Yeah. He needs a shovel, and it needs to be a wooden shovel. I don't have them in my inventory. Make sure if you have any chests or crafting benches, they are outside the construction tape, or he will tear them down. And he will not take a stone shovel. It has to be wood shovel. So you can either shift click and put things directly into his inventory. You can shift click and put things into the inventory of his little builder's hut GUI. Or you can do more details please and hit the back button, and right here you'll have a fulfill button, and then that will give him his shovel. We made an advancement by fulfilling a request. And then for his materials, you go to the second page, you just right click on his builder's hut thing here, go to the second page, and it will just pull things. If you have them out of your inventory, you can just click this button, and if not, you'll have to go retrieve them. I have a lot of the stuff over here. Like I said, I made him start once and then changed my mind. I need some of that. Gravel, spruce door, spruce fence. I would have liked to do oak. The Nordic didn't come in oak, so I do have some spruce started over here though, and I can plant more of that. I'm going to gather his resources and let him build. I'm going to work on my roof while he builds, and I'll be right back. Hey everyone, we're back. Our builder has completed his hut, but unfortunately I think that's all we are going to have time for today. We are running a little long. Look, here's his front door is facing the back. And the reason that's the only thing we're going to have time for today is because that very first mine colony base camp, the
the supply camp. It takes so long for me to put down, and this every single time that I do it, that happens. And I left some of the mistakes and me walking around, but I removed a lot of it. I think I tried to leave every time I tried to put it down, but I did take a lot of me wandering around trying to figure out what blocks were missing. But I just let you know, don't get frustrated or give up if it takes you a little while to get that thing down. Also, don't wait till the last minute to put it down. Like if you're looking for a place to stay and you're running, night's coming and you're running from the mobs and it's the last minute, dig a hole. It might be faster than trying to get that camp down. If you're one of those people that get it down on the first time, I'm happy for you. But I am not one of those people. So maybe I'll throw up an extra video. I think this is Thursday's episode. So maybe I'll throw another one up over the weekend because that will also be, like our continuation of Minecolonies. And also it has a few other terrible mistakes that I made, not in Minecolonies. I won't give it away too much, but thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all those people who help me out all the time. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of my next video of Minecraft mistakes. Until next time, bye!